there's a difference between me having a thinking pattern that allows me to perpetuate generational behavior versus me being impacted by the decisions of other generations. So they wrong. They wrong. And Jesus say neither. So y'all focusing on the wrong thing. Neither. Jesus say, bring the man to me. These spiritual bullies. Jesus said, when he says neither, he's challenging their theological assumptions, because spiritual bullies have made unchallenged theological assumptions, and their ego makes them hostile to correction. Therefore, many spiritual bullies don't try to be spiritual bullies. They're trying to be spiritually deep. These disciples, I want y'all to see, this is scary. Don't just look at the disciples in the text. See yourself in the text. These disciples have spent their whole spiritual life wrong about generational curses, and wrong about their theology of suffering, and wrong in their theology of atonement. The difference between the disciples and the Pharisees is the disciples were willing to let God correct them. They didn't get offended. They made adjustments. Because some people want to be right, so they never get right. So here's what happened. Jesus spit in the dirt, make the dirt mud. He put the mud on dude's eyes. He tells him to go wash in a pool called Siloam. The man get healed. And the Bible says his neighbors and his friends in verse 8, who had formerly seen him begging, asked, isn't this the same man who used to sit and beg? Some claimed that he was. Others said, no, he only looks like him. But he himself insists. He said, no, I'm the man. Here's my question. Why didn't they recognize him? Like, if you blind and then you could see, your body don't change. So what was different? He was moving different. When you're blind, you move one way. When you can see, you move another way. Because when you get healed, you move different. And some people can't recognize you in your healed season because you don't move the way you used to move in your unhealed season. You don't take what you used to take in your unhealed season. Tario, play, let's go. So here's what happens. So they brought this man to the Pharisees who had been blind, and on the day that Jesus had made the mud and opened the man's eyes, it was the Sabbath. The Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. He said, he put mud on my eyes and I washed. And some of the Pharisees said, this man is not from God. He doesn't keep the Sabbath. But others asked, how can a sinner perform such signs? So I want you to see something. All this man is trying to do is get better. All this man wants to do is celebrate his transformation. And what he runs into from religious peers is interrogation. This man hadn't been able to see his whole life. Instead of celebrating, they start interrogating. This man literally was blind. Now he can see. They like, well, he did it on a Saturday. What? That's what you want to argue about. I could not see my whole life. And you want to argue. I finally got saved. And I'm telling you, I got baptized. And you asking me, well, whose name did they say when they put you in? And it doesn't come from the world. It comes from religion. Do you understand how fragile this man was? Do you understand how God's people could have literally pushed him away from God? See, man, I'm just trying to be better. You sitting here, you argue. They talking to him about the Sabbath. He's like, I just got saved. I don't know what that means. You know, Corinthians, I hadn't read that yet. I'm just trying to be better. But having to deal with bullies. I didn't know I was coming out of culture beef to come into church beef. Do you know how many of God's people have run people away from God? Guys, a couple months ago, my wife and I were in a very bad accident in New Jersey. Some of you saw the images. It was on a Friday night. It would, some of you at least, it would shock you if I let you see the DMs I got that next day. Oh yeah. Yeah, the devil's got a legal right to you. You've made demonic TikTok lies. Like, the world was very gracious. But these Christians, if I let you see the messages I got. Now imagine what that does to a man that's not anchored. Why do you want to fight to stay in that? I want you to think about that. If you're not anchored, why would you fight to be a part of that? I'm literally glad I'm alive. And the bullies are trying to tell me I deserved what happened to me. Bullies. I'm just trying to serve who I serve. If we not for you, we not for you. We ain't begging. We good. I'm not begging. We're not begging. But you be amazed at oh, they over there. You ain't. Bro, just because I'm not insulting my people don't mean I'm not teaching my people truth. Yeah, you're not going to hear a sermon here that don't come from the Bible. But just because it's delivered with love and reason and persuasively and considerately doesn't mean it's not taken seriously. And if that ain't what you need, that ain't what you, that's not what you need. But your mentality must be, I will not be bullied. Watch this. You have a right to an opinion. I have a right not to value it. I can value you as an image bearer of God and not value your opinion on every matter. So here are 4 things that this man did that we need to do. Number 1, refuse to let rejection become your infection. What people do to you is beyond your control, but what you allow to live in you is your responsibility. Number 2, resist the urge to prove yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Some people are not confused. They're committed to misunderstanding you. 3, recognize where their dysfunction has caused damage that you need to detox from. Because some of you are questioning stuff you shouldn't be questioning because you got hurt not from the world, but from a wounded person in church. Detoxing doesn't mean denying what happened. It means deciding to not let it keep happening in you. And then number 4, release yourself from the expectation that you must continually expose yourself to their aggression. Grace does not mean gullibility. And forgiveness doesn't require access. When I tell you, I got a master's degree in that mute button. I will mute you with a quickness. I'm Bruce Lee in that block game now. Because bullies want you to keep engaging, keep explaining yourself, keep proving yourself, keep arguing. I'm not obligated to expose myself to that aggression. And some of you have been questioning what you shouldn't question because you ran into bullies. And some of you haven't run into them yet, but you will. And when you do, you're equipped and prepared.